All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Welcome to Lady Niguma for the World. The idea behind these events is to bring together our international community of Lady Niguma practitioners and have a shared practice dedicated to making the world a better place. Lady Niguma was an incredible yogini who lived 1,000 years ago. We practice her system because she reached the highest goal of yoga, the attainment of complete and total love for all beings, paired with a direct understanding of how the world works. For generations, her system has been passed down, and today we are still practicing what she taught. So, my name is Chrissy, and I'll be guiding you today in our 60-minute asana sequence. We'll be doing Lady Niguma 1. According to this tradition, we must use inner and outer methods to find perfect balance and equilibrium of the body and the mind. Let's peel back the sheaths of our subtle body to get closer to the juicy center of our ultimate reality and use our breath, sound, and movement to help loosen the knots that block us off from reaching our highest potential. So we'll work with 3 main channels in our body that the prana and breath flows through. These are known as nadis. You can picture these like electrical wires or blood vessels, but in a more cosmic sense. The Ida nadi on our left side begins at the left nostril, and it runs up the front of the skull and moves all the way down the left side of the body. Our prana runs in this channel when we're having cold or negative thoughts, like liking something so much that we might be willing to harm others to attain it. So this is also known as grasping or ignorantly liking, when there's too much prana in the left side. On our other side, the Pingala nadi begins at the right nostril, and it runs up the front of the skull, down the back of the head, down just along the right side of the spine, all the way down the right side of the body. When there's too much prana in this right channel, this is like hot negative emotions like anger or jealousy. So that's known as a strong aversion or mistaken view called ignorantly disliking. What we're trying to do in this practice, Lady Niguma's yoga, is bring the prana into our central channel, Sushumna nadi. This is shorter than the other channels. It doesn't continue all the way down the legs. When we have our prana in the central channel, we experience feelings of bliss, deep concentration, and fierce compassion. This is how we can become pure light. So shu shu translates as good, good. We want to be residing in this good, good channel at all times. When there's too much prana in either of the side channels, this is how we create knots in our central channel. And those knots expand and start to choke off our central channel. This prevents the prana to enter into Sushumna nadi, not making us feel so good, good. So if we compulsively continue any mistaken views or impulsive emotions, the knots become stiffer and stronger, and eventually stop the flow of prana altogether. That creates illness and suffering. So what we're doing in Lady Niguma's yoga is helping to unravel the chakras, the granthis, the knots in the central channel. Lastly, before we get started, I'll tell you about crucial points in the center called the nape point. So these are in the middle of the chakra and will direct our bija mantras there. These are seed syllables. So each chakra has its own sacred sound. And when we send that sound into the chakra, it shakes it up and accelerates the process of the unraveling of these knots. So the bija is the natural song of the chakra when the prana flows through it. This helps us to focus on the nape point and bring the winds into the central channel. We'll start our practice with a grounding meditation, and then we'll move into some purifying pranayama, breathwork technique, acting as a channel purification. Then we chant our bija mantras, preparing us for our asana. Each chakra has 4 poses where we will twist. Think like if you had a knot twisting, then we lengthen, gather, and disperse. And we move from the bottom up. All right, let's get started. Find yourself in a comfortable, elevated seat. Lifting your seat with a cushion or a block. I'll move my chair aside so you can see me. You can reach back, lifting the flesh away from the seat so your sit bones are rooting down. Feel the crown of your head lift to the sky like an antenna. Roll your shoulders up toward your ears, breathe in. Exhale through the mouth, relax the shoulders down the back. Allow the palms to rest lightly in your lap, facing up or facing down. If you feel comfortable to do so, let your eyelids flutter closed. Allow a tiny sliver of light to enter so we're not squeezing the eyes shut. Lift your navel up and in toward the spine to protect the lower back. Gently squeeze behind shoulder blades to expand and melt open around your heart space. Elongate the neck, allowing the chin to be parallel with the floor. Relaxing any gripping in the jaw area. And softening the expression on the face. My favorite way to do this is to lift ever so slightly at the corners of your lips. Sweet, cute smile. Feel the space between your eyebrows widen. And this is actually a posture, the smile asana. So you can maintain this throughout the next 60 minutes together, helping to keep the left and right side channels open. Connect with your breathing at the tip of the nose. Following the breath as it enters your body. And following the exhale as it exits through the nostrils or softly through the mouth. Taking our time to transition away from the outer stimuli and become more attuned to this inner environment. Connect with a strong and pure intention for your practice. This intention can benefit you, but also be a benefit to many others, stretching your motivations. This intention to reach the ultimate goal of that loving, compassionate wisdom. Let that be what fuels your practice. Returning to your intention anytime your mind wanders off, or anytime a posture feels challenging. Now bring your attention back to your breathing at the tip of the nose. Take note of which nostril feels more dominant and which side feels more blocked. This might have a direct correlation with something we are experiencing in our life, a swelling of prana either in the left or the right side. We're going to help create an even more steady flow of breath and prana to move with a pranayama technique called Nadi Shodhana, the alternate nostril breathing, a channel purification. If you're unfamiliar with Nadi Shodhana, feel free to flutter your eyes open. I'll be demonstrating. You lift the right palm, bringing the two peace fingers into the hand. We'll close our right nostril with the right thumb. We'll close our left nostril with the right ring finger. Refresh your meditation posture. Let your eyelids flutter closed if they were open. Breathe in through both nostrils. Breathe out through both nostrils. Block the right nostril. Inhale through the left. Hold both nostrils closed briefly. Exhale through your right nostril. Breathe in through the right. Hold. Exhale through the left. That was one round. Let's continue together. Inhale, left side. Maybe even more subtle where you don't hear the breath as much. Hold at the top. Lift the pelvic floor. If you're familiar with the bandhas, use them. Exhale through the right. Breathe in through the right nostril. Hold. Exhale through the left. Now continue your alternate nostril breathing at your own pace. I'll give you more of a download of the significance of these side channels. On the left side, that Ida Nadi, this is the feminine or moon channel. As mentioned, when there's a swelling of prana in the left side, This is responsible for grasping or possessiveness, like a scarcity-like mindset. There's not enough to go around, all for me, none for you. The color of this channel translates, Ida translates as sheep's color. So it's kind of like a foggy, mucus white color. Right side channel, Pingala Nadi, the masculine or sun channel, responsible for aversion, whenever we're having the desire to make a situation stop. Seeing things that frustrate us and anger us as having their own nature, not understanding where it might be actually coming from. The color of Pingala Nadi is like a blood-like red color. Sushumna Nadi, central channel, it's like clear, fiery, bright sunlight. This is where we find that divine balance and equilibrium of our body and our mind, love, compassion, and wisdom, the wisdom that understands things coming out, projected through us, not coming at us. Finishing up your final round of Nadi Shodhana. You'll know you're complete once you exhale through your left nostril. And then let your right palm rest lightly in your lap. Just allow that to resonate for a moment. Sense any subtle shifts that have taken place. Preparing us for our Bija mantra, seed syllables. Starting at the root chakra, Muladhara, first chakra, right at the base of your seat where the perineum is. Seed syllable for this chakra is Shang, K-S-H-A-N-G. So we'll chant all together. If you're feeling like not in the mood to chant today, that's okay. Just hearing this sound is enough to create that vibration within, but feeling the power of your voice and vibration in your own body amplifies it. Bring your mind to Muladhara chakra, the nape point at the center, at the point of a pin. Inhale. Shang, 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 shang. Feel that sacred sound resonate as we propel upward to second chakra, Svadhisthana, at the tip of the tailbone. Seed syllable for Svadhisthana is Yam, Y-A-M. Bring your mind there. Inhale. Yam, 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 yam. Sound dancing within the chakra as we move up to Manipura, the navel chakra. Think where your belly button is, but deeper into the body, an inch in front of the spine. This is where the knot is. Manipura chakra is like the city of hidden gems. And when we dust off this hidden gem, we're able to easily digest situations. Stoking the Agni, inner fire, place of transformation. Seed syllable is Ram, R-A-M. Inhale. Ram, 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 Ram. Stirring up these embers of intelligence as we pierce upward to the very center of you, Anahata, heart chakra. This area of the body has 3 times as many racks of the side channels. So it's the knottiest of knots, the tightest. We really have to direct our intention into this space, and we'll do extra asanas, extra postures to open up the front, back, and sides of the heart. Bring your mind to the back of your heart, an inch in front of the spine, where we send the sacred sound, Lam, L-A-M. Inhale. Lam, 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 lam. Beautiful. Moving up to Vishuddha chakra, the throat chakra, just at the base of the throat, an inch in front of the spine. And when we're free of this tight knot in our throat, we speak our truth and we speak authentically. Communication flows freely. The sacred sound for Vishuddha is Sum, S-U-M. Breathe in. Sum, 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 sum. Nice. Finally, we make it up to the chakra of great bliss, Sahasrara, right at the crown. It's said that when we're free of the chakras, free of the knots created by the side channels, the light of a million sun bursts through the crown of the head. We can use that visualization in our practice today. So drop in through the center of the crown into the midbrain area in line with Ajna chakra, where we chant the sound of Hung, H-U-N-G, just once, like a long, humming, buzzing, om-like sound. And you can amplify this by bringing the tip of your tongue just behind the two front teeth where that circular part is. Press there. Inhale. Resume your normal breathing. Invite movement into your fingers, wiggle them. You can circle at your wrists, just waking up this physical vessel. Inhale, sweep your arms alongside your ears, press the palms together overhead. Exhale, bring your hands through heart space, the chin drop forward. Rest your palms into your lap, lift your chin and flutter the eyes open. Good. Let's come into a standing position at the top of the mat. You can move your props aside. We'll start with one round of sun salutation to warm up our body. Feet are hip width distance apart. Press your palms together at your heart space. Press your palms back. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, softly bend the knees as you fold over the legs. Interlace your fingers behind you. Uttanasana variation. Take your head gently side to side. Squeeze the space behind the shoulder blades, drawing the wrists a little closer together. Inhale, bring your palms down, step your left foot back, drop the left knee to the floor, point your left toes, and you can lift your chest. Option is to support yourself more would be interlacing fingers on top of the thigh, or if you feel warmed up enough, you can do Anjaneyasana. Try and wriggle out of it a little bit. I like to imagine like I'm shaking off the side channels. Squeeze the left glute, smile. Applying joyful effort into your practice, joyful effort, feeling good for doing good. You showed up to your class, taking care of your body and your mind so you can best take care of others as well. Bring your palms down. Lift your left knee, step to high plank. Drop the knees down, arch your back, bring your heart and chin toward the floor, look forward. Point the toes, press through the palms, baby cobra, or you can lift a little higher, keeping the elbows hugging in toward the ribcage. Exhale, tuck the toes, lightly tap the forehead down and lift your hips to the sky. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Taking out your head, yes and no. Lifting the heels high, stretch out your feet and pedal out your feet. Take a big breath in through the nose. Sigh out through the mouth. Relaxing the muscles of the face. Inhale through your nostrils. Exhale, flutter your lips. Now breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the nose. Ujjayi breath. Breathe in, look forward and step forward with your left foot. Right knee touches the earth, point the toes. Anjaneyasana or variation. Maybe even closing the eyes. Nice. Breathe in, come to stand at the top of the mat. Uttanasana variation. Interlace fingers behind you. Good. Breathe in to rise up, reach slightly back. Exhale, fold over the legs. Uttanasana variation. Inhale, fingertips come down. Right foot steps back. Right knee touches the floor. Point the toes. Find your Anjaneyasana, lifting the heart space. Breathing evenly and deeply. Bring the palms down. Lift the right knee, step to high plank. You can move through knees, chest, chin, or bring your shoulders over your wrists, bend your elbows halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, or lift the heart into upward facing dog. If you're in up dog, knees off the mat, legs super active. Exhale, move through tabletop, or squeeze navel towards spine, roll over your toes, downward dog, 3 breaths. Feel free to move in a way that feels good here, so you're not super static or rigid. Shake it out. It's like you're dusting yourself off. Inhale, look forward and step forward with the right foot. Drop the left knee down. Point your left toes. Anjaneyasana. Exhale, come to stand at the top of the mat. Uttanasana variation. Just come overhead. Inhale, rise and shine. Reach up, press the palms together overhead. Exhale, hands come through heart space. Arms by your side, Tadasana. And now we'll come into Dandasana. Find staff pose, legs long in front of you as you sit down. We're ready to go into our poses for each chakra. We start at Muladhara chakra at the root. And this chakra doesn't have a twisting posture, so we apply extra pressure. Bring your left knee into flexion, open the knee to the side. And you bring your left heel as close as you can in toward your seat, or lift your seat and sit atop your left heel, bringing the knees a little closer together. So you feel direct pressure at the base of the seat. Turn your chest to face toward your right leg. Lift through the crown of the head, breathe in. Exhale, hinge forward gently. Good. Now close your eyes. In Lady Niguma's practice, it's not about how far we can stretch, how cool we look in our postures. Really bring your attention to root chakra and envision yourself breathing in and through this space. So you're not just breathing in through the nose and out through the nose or mouth, you're breathing in and through Muladhara chakra. One more breath. Breathe in to return, release your left leg, and we'll do the other side. Bend the right knee, open the hip, draw your right heel as close as you can in toward your seat, or sit atop your right heel. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, hinge forward. So you might grab the shin or foot, as long as you're not lifting your seat too far up, because you want to feel the pressure at the base of your seat. Good. One more deep breath in. Exhale. Breathe in to bring shoulders over hips. Release your right leg. And we'll bring the soles of the feet together to touch. Draw your heels in close toward you, and you can wobble a little side to side to make sure you're on both sit bones. Lengthening posture for Muladhara Chakra is Baddha Konasana. Interlace your fingers over your toes, like your toes are wearing a hat. Thumbs come inward. Sit up tall, breathe in. Exhale with a straight spine, hinge forward. So notice I didn't go too far forward. You want to keep the straight spine as you inhale and then exhale. So being mindful not to lift the sit bones too far off the mat. Think like your chest is going toward your feet. Close your eyes, breathing in and through Muladhara Chakra as we lengthen the space of the body. One more inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rise up to a seat. Use your hands to guide your knees together like you're closing a book, and find an easy cross-legged seat. One ankle in front of the other, or a half lotus, maybe even a full lotus. Our gathering pose for Muladhara Chakra is called Ashwini Mudra. This is applying the lower body lock called Mula Bandha. A bandha is a lock. Ashwini Mudra translates as a horse flicking its tail. I see this pose more as like if you had a tail, it would be curled under. So what we're going to do is activate Mula Bandha. We squeeze the pelvic floor muscles and we release. We do that 10 times. You can squeeze and release. You can keep your eyes open or closed, and you're smiling. You're gathering energy at Muladhara. You don't need to be like super furrowed at the brow. Breathing regularly. Preparing us for our dispersing posture. Once you're finished, you can flutter your eyes open. For the dispersing pose, we do 3 sets of 3 small drops. And there are 2 ways we can do that. Supportive variation, you just lift your seat and drop down 3 times 3. Or if you have one of the lotuses in your practice, you can do 3 quick drops with exhalations through your nostrils, like so. And you take a break and do 2 more sets. So go ahead and do your 3 sets of 3. And it's light, it's like a light tap. And you visualize the knot dispersing, unraveling, so we can go up to the next chakra. Good, last one. Nice. All right, release the bind of the lotuses if you had. In between each chakra, we move through a vinyasa to rinse that out. Cross at your ankles, plant your palms, you could step or hop back. Inhale, open your heart. Exhale, bring your hips to the sky, downward dog. We'll take 1 breath here. Nice. Bring your big toes together and your heels apart. Bend your knees deeply. So much so that your belly grazes your thigh. We're going to play around with jumping to seated or jumping through the hands. So you can either look forward and then step forward, sit down, or you could cross your ankles and come to sit down. Or I'll demonstrate this first one with blocks if you have them. If you want to kick the legs through, you bring the blocks on the lowest setting, a little bit closer to you, and you keep your eyes about a foot in front of the mat. Don't look down. You look forward, inhale, and exhale, like your heels are kicking toward a target. We'll play with that a little bit more throughout practice. For now, let's come to lay onto the back body. Twisting pose, Svadhisthana chakra. Bring your left knee into your chest. Step your left foot on top of the right thigh. Open your left arm like a half cactus shape. Press your fingernails into the floor. Right hand onto left knee. Inhale, and then draw the left knee gently over to the right side. You can look over your left shoulder, twisting at Svadhisthana. So visualize where the twist is happening and breathe there. Roll onto your back body. Lengthen the left leg down the mat. Inhale, right knee up. Step the right foot on top of the left thigh. Half cactus shape with the right arm. Left hand onto the right knee. Inhale, draw the knee very gently over to the left as you look over your right shoulder. 3 breaths. Twisting at second chakra. Roll onto your back. We're going to come up to a seat. 2 ways to do that in our practice today. You can support yourself by interlacing your fingers behind your right thigh and kicking the heel down. Or if you want a little bit more fire in the body, flex the feet, reach your arms alongside your ears, breathe in through the nose, and then double exhale through your nose as you reach past your toes, like so. And we find Dandasana. Lengthening posture for Svadhisthana is Paschimottanasana. If your hamstrings are tight, bend your knees for this one, but keep the feet flexed. Breathe in, reach the arms up. Exhale, hinge forward. Hold on to your shins, feet, or you can do a yogi toe lock, and then let your chin drop in toward your lap. Maybe kick your heels forward, straightening the legs. 3 breaths. Lengthening this knot at the tip of the tailbone. Roll up to a seat. You can use your hands alongside your legs to guide you. Come directly into gathering pose, Navasana, boat pose. So balance on the tip of your tailbone. You can support yourself by holding behind the thighs or your shins. Get your chest close to the thighs. And gather the energy there. Maybe you reach your arms to the side. Maybe you straighten the legs. 3 breaths. Palms facing up like there are offerings in your hands. Are we breathing? Are we still practicing joyful effort? Remembering your intention for practice as we hold for 1 more breath. And then slowly come all the way down with control. You might need to wriggle your way back to the center of the mat. Bend the knees, soles of the feet come down. Knock your knees together. Separate your feet mat width distance. Open up your arms into a full gold pose shape. Inhale, knees over to the left. Exhale through center. Inhale the knees over to the right. So we're moving the legs side to side like a windshield wiper. This is our dispersing posture. Unraveling this knot at Svadhisthana so we can move up to our next chakra, Manipura. Good. Let the knees fall in toward one another. Heel toe the feet together. Bring the knees into your chest. Cross at your ankles. Hold onto your shins. Begin to roll along the length of the spine, rocking and rolling like a ball until you gain enough momentum to, you know what to do? Nyasa. Plant your palms to step or hop back. Breathe in to lift the heart. Breathe out to lift your hips to the sky. Downward dog. 1 breath. Good. Breathe in. Step your left foot to the center of the mat. Drop your right knee down. Point your right toes. Take a quick look. Your left knee is over left ankle and your right knee is underneath right hip. And now lift your chest. So it's like 2 right angles. Good. Yeah, I could see those on video. Looking good. All right. Twisting pose for Manipura. Reach your right arm up. Reach over to the left side as you inhale. Exhale, bring your right palm outside of the left knee or bring your right arm outside of the knee and press your palms together. So I'll show you if you're doing the deeper variation. Oh, thanks, Victoria. Glad you could join for a bit. So if you're doing the hands in Anjali Mudra, you want to press your thumbs into your sternum and press them together a lot. It'll help you twist even more. Maybe you look over your shoulder. Definitely Be mindful of the breath, because twisting poses can be very constricting. Automatically, you might feel the fire element kicking in. This is that level of the body where we'll feel heat, but it's good, it's purifying. Look down at your left foot, frame it with both hands. Step 2, Uttanasana, but with deeply bent knees and just kind of dangling, kind of like dance around, hold opposite elbows. This is our lengthening posture. For Manipura, we twist, lengthen, and then we twist the other side and lengthen. So it's a little different. You can shake out the head, big breath in through the nose, big sigh out through the mouth. Release your hands. Step the left foot back, bring the left knee down, point the left toes, coming on up to do our twist on the other side. Inhale, reach the left arm up and over to the right side. Exhale, twist, finding your variation that you did on the opposite side. And use your breath. Imagine where the chakra is. So remember, it's at the level of the navel, but deeper into the body, an inch in front of the spine. That's where Sushumna Nadi is. Breathe in. Full exhale. Look down at your right foot. Frame it. Step 2, Uttanasana. This time you can try something different, but you keep the deep bend in the knees. If you'd like, you can step on your hands, Padahastasana, lift the toes and arches of the feet, slide your hands underneath, toes graze wrists. Inhale, lift up, baby half lift. Exhale, fold in half, weight into the toes, sit bones wide. Shake your head like you're saying, nope. And breathe. Keep the expression on the face soft, relax. Feel the creases of your forehead smooth. You notice your teeth are grinding, just like relax the jaw. Bring back your sweet disposition by smiling. Inhale, release the bind of the hands. Let's all reach our arms forward, bend the knees until the sit bones come down, and then roll all the way down. Nice control. Lengthen your legs. Zip the inner thighs, shins, feet together. Flex your feet, and then bring your palms underneath your glutes, facing down as a way to protect the lower back. For our gathering posture, leg lifts. Inhale, lift the left leg up, flex foot. Exhale, forcefully through the nostrils. Point the toe as the heel hovers off the ground. Inhale. Exhale. So breathe in and then exhale. As you exhale, this is activating our Uddiyana Bandha, the middle body lock at the navel. So it's like there's a button that we're trying to press, and we're gathering the energy at Manipura. Once you did about 5 to 7 on the left, do about 5 to 7 on the right at your own pace. Once you're finished on the right side, we're going to do 3 with both legs. So you'll bring both legs up, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more. Now on this last one, let the heels slowly descend without crashing. Release your palms from beneath you, and then find your way into a seat. Either interlace fingers behind the thigh or double exhale through the nose, reach past your toes. And come into an easy cross-legged seat. Take a moment just to reset, return to your breath. Good. We might notice we're a bit more warm now. This is good. We're about at the halfway point in the practice, and we're at a very pivotal moment in the practice because we're about to disperse the energy at Manipura and pierce up into Anahata, where we have that super mega knot. So we really have to do a forceful pranayama practice called Kapalabhati. Kapalabhati translates as the skull shining breath. And remember the visual I gave you at the beginning the light of a million suns bursting through the crown of your head when you're free of the chakras. So we can use that visualization. So how to do Kapalabhati is we do short, quick exhalations through the nostrils, and we just focus on the exhale. The inhale comes on its own. So it looks similar to like what we just did. So the belly button presses toward the spine. So we'll try to do about 25 of those. If it's a bit too stimulating, just do a few or take a break in between, and you can go as quickly or slowly as you like. I will guide you into it. Find a nice tall seat. Your eyes can be open or they can be closed. Breathe in through both nostrils. Breathe out through both nostrils. Inhale halfway through both nostrils and begin. Visualize like you're breaking through, bursting through that knot, piercing into the heart, light of a million suns reaching out through the crown of your head. That pure fiery light of the central channel. Keep going. Finishing up your last couple rounds. On your last one, you drain all the air, all the prana out. Inhale, open your eyes, and it's vinyasa time. Cross at your ankles. Plant your palms to step or hop back. Inhale, lift your heart, cobra, up dog. Exhale, bring your hips high, downward dog, one breath. Bring your big toes together to touch, heels apart. We're gonna jump to seated or step forward. If you're doing a full jump through, make sure the full palms are in the hand and you walk them closer and you look forward. And then kick your heels toward that imaginary target about a foot in front of the mat. Very nice. Okay, heart chakra. Come back to why we're doing this practice. Remember your intentions. Really get subtle now. Bring your left knee into flexion. Step the left foot outside of your right thigh. You can keep your right leg extended down the mat with the foot flexed, or you can bring your right heel in toward you. Just make sure you're on both sit bones. Walk the left palm behind you like a kickstand. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Hug your left knee. You could hook the elbow, but remember where we're twisting. We're twisting at the back of the heart. Draw your right shoulder away from the left shoulder blade. Close your eyes as you breathe into Anahata. Visualize what it might be like to be free of these barriers over the heart, where we love more openly, freely, and generously. Nice. Slowly unravel. Come directly into the other side. So walk the right foot over the left thigh. Either keep your left leg extended or bring the heel in toward you. Walk your right palm behind your sit bones. Inhale, lift the left arm. Exhale, twist toward the right. Hook the elbow or hug the knee. Draw your left shoulder blade away from the right. Smile and breathe. Twisting at the level of your heart. Helping to loosen this knot. Very slowly unravel. Come into downward dog as a transitional posture. Face the other direction. Good. All right, on your next inhale, sweep your right heel up and back. Exhale, step the foot in between the hands. Drop your left heel down. Windmill the arms open for Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Think of your arms like an extension of your heart, and you're prying open the heart space, and then sink a little deeper. Good. Look over your right fingertips, or if you feel comfortable to do so, close your eyes, feeling empowered in this posture as you are cracking the heart open, lengthening. Start to straighten your right leg, heel toe the left foot in slightly. Reach forward, reach before bringing the right fingertips to the right shin. Reach the left arm up and then reach the left arm over the ear. Uttita Trikonasana, opening up, stretching the left side of the heart. Draw the left shoulder back. Find space underneath your right rib cage. Maybe your left arm grazes your ear. One more breath. Good. Press through your feet to rise. Bring your right toes in, left toes forward. Walk the right foot back. Find Virabhadrasana 2, opposite side, facing the opposite side. So we're just shifting the perspective. Flex your palms this time like you're pressing away both sides of the room. Squeeze the space behind your shoulder blades. Think deeper and close your eyes if you feel comfortable to do so. Think of someone you can share this practice with, someone who might be suffering right now, and extend this love and compassion and wisdom to them. Flip your palms. Straighten the left leg enough to walk your right foot in slightly. Inhale, reach forward, reach, and your left fingertips come to your shin or to a block. Reach your right arm up, inhale. Exhale, reach the right arm over the ear. Utthita Trikonasana. Stretch and pull the right side of the heart. Lengthen it. Lean your right shoulder back. Let the right arm graze the ear if possible. Keep your neck long and breathe. Press through your base. Inhale, rise. Left toes in, right toes forward. You can move your props to the side. Come to stand with your feet together and your hands together at your heart. Beautiful. Bring your big toes together, heels slightly apart. Interlace your fingers, finding Kali Mudra, releasing your index fingers. Crosses the thumbs, holding the thumbs side by side. Inhale, reach your arms forward and up. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Glue down through the blade edge side of your left foot. Inhale, and then exhale, bring your hips to the left, fingers to the right. Stretching Ida Nadi. Press down and then reach over. Maybe look underneath your left arm. One more deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale, come back to center. Now, press down through the feet. Glue through the pinky edge side of your right foot. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, hips to the right, fingers to the left. Pulling the entire right side channel. Draw your heart back like you're trying to shine it up toward the sky. Breathe. Inhale back to center. Exhale, hands come through heart space. Arms rest alongside your body, and you can step or hop the feet hip width distance apart. All right, we're going to do a balancing posture, Vrikshasana. The way I like to visualize this one is come back to that visualization of that illuminated central column, and you're pressing all the energy into the center. So when you're pressing your foot into your thigh, the thigh presses back with equal intensity. When you press your hands together at your heart, they're not just chilling there, you really press them together, press your thumbs into your sternum. Start by grounding through the left foot, fixing your gaze somewhere that's not moving, your drishti point. Inhale your right knee into your chest, open from the hip, and then draw the right foot into the inner left thigh, the shin, or the toes on the ground like a kickstand. Just avoid the knee. And then remember, press in, and your thigh presses back. Find that center of gravity. Find that balance and equilibrium, bringing your mind, and then press your palms together at your heart. Lift the corners of your lips. If you feel comfortable to do so, maybe even close your eyes for a split second. What's that like? Close the hip, step down, bring your arms by your side, Tadasana. Ground through the right foot. Find your drishti point as you inhale, left knee up, open from the hip, and you can guide the foot into the right thigh, shin, or toes on the ground. Get tall, press back, whatever the foot's pressing back into. And you can bring your hands together at your heart, or perhaps try a reverse, bringing your hands together behind your heart, or fists together, or grab opposite elbows, just to switch it up a bit. You can close your eyes or lift your gaze to the point where the wall and the ceiling meet. Beautiful. Nice, everyone. Slowly release if you have the hands behind you. Close the hip, bring the arms down. Let's come to a seat. This next posture, we're going to do a hybrid of a shoulder stand and plow pose. It's kind of like in between. I think it's a little bit of a balance, but you'll feel this nice bit of pressure on the back of the heart, and it should feel quite good. So I'll demonstrate. Hold onto your shins and then lift your chin toward your knees or shin. And then it's kind of like a crunch where you balance. You can hold your feet and just stay there for a few breaths. Like a massage on the back of your heart. If you feel like you're somersaulting around, that's okay too. You'll find it. Really squeeze your navel and then lift your face toward your knees. One more breath. Okay, slowly release. Bring your knees into your chest, cross at the ankles, move forward, planting your palms, step back to plank, and then bring the front of your body down to the mat. Point your toes behind you, forehead touches the mat, arms alongside your body, and then interlace your fingers at the back, lower back. On your inhale, lift your head, neck, and shoulders, draw your fists toward the back of the room, crown of the head forward, open up the front of the chest, look down so the neck is long. Inhale, exhale, maybe you lift your toes. Maybe you close your eyes. Slowly return. Look over your left shoulder. You can make a pillow for your right temple as you shimmy your hips side to side. Breathe in through the nose. Sigh out through the mouth. Feel your heart just melt toward the floor. You might notice the heartbeat is a little bit more quick now. It's a deep heart opener. We're going to do one more, either another locust, or we'll go into upward bow together. So if you're going to do another locust like you just did, bring forehead down, interlace fingers behind your back, and then rise. If you want to do upward bow, bring your chin down, kick your heels toward your glutes, grab whatever you can grab outside of feet or ankles with your thumbs wrapped around. The difference with this one is instead of inhaling, lift the head, neck, shoulders on your inhale, kick as hard as you possibly can into your hands. And then you can lift your gaze. Breathe. And imagine like you're breaking through those tight wraps of the side channels. Keep kicking just when you thought you couldn't kick anymore. One more time. And slowly come down, look over your right shoulder. Windshield wiper the legs or shimmy your hips side to side. In through the nose. Sigh out through the mouth. Nicely done. Bend your legs. Forehead to the mat. Bring your palms underneath your shoulders, press up to tabletop, and then crawl the knees toward the front of the mat. Sit down on your heels just for a moment to bring your hips down and then your feet in front of you. And then get your sit bones close to your heels. Last thing for heart chakra, we're going to do horse rolls or rolling like a ball. We'll just do it 5 times. So you roll back and then forward. Maybe you lift your seat. And exhale through the nose as you lift. For 3, for 2. Last one, and use that momentum to cross your ankles, plant your palms, step or hop back. Move through a vinyasa. Inhale is the back bend. Exhale brings you into downward dog for 1 breath. We're almost there. Vishuddha chakra next. Last chance if you want to play around with jumping to seated or stepping forward. Really concentrate where you're going to go. You crouch. You're this big jungle cat. Look forward. Inhale. Exhale. Awesome. Okay, we're at Vishuddha, throat chakra, almost done our journey through the central channel. Bend your knees, bringing the soles of the feet down. Bring your palms behind you with your fingers facing toward your legs. Squeeze the space behind your shoulder blades. Inhale, lift your hips, reverse tabletop. You can keep your chin tucked here, or if it's comfortable, enough to do so, let your chin drop back, open the throat area. And our twisting pose will be very gentle, as this is a fragile area in the body. Breathe in, slowly bring your chin toward the left shoulder. Exhale, center. Breathe in, slowly bring your chin toward the right shoulder. Exhale, center. One more time each side. If you have the chin drop back, tuck your chin all the way and then slowly come down. Come to lay down. Bring your palms facing down. Lift your legs into a 90-degree angle. Good. You can stay here like Viparita Karani. If you have a shoulder stand in your practice, feel free to do it. You can even do a supported one with a block underneath your sacrum. I'll demonstrate the full one. I like to go into plow first, walking shoulder blades toward one another, palms on lower back, fingers face toward your legs, and slowly reach the legs into the air. Being mindful not to crunch the neck. If you're in an active shoulder stand, your legs are active. Ankles, knees stacked over hips. Gaze at your navel or close your eyes and breathe. From here, if you're in an active shoulder stand and you'd like to go into Halasana, plow, bring your toes behind you slowly. You can keep your palms at your back in Halasana or interlace your fingers and extend the arms forward. Walk the palms back down and slowly roll down vertebra by vertebra. Try not to lift the head. Use control, squeezing the navel. And once your tailbone is resting, you can slowly bring the legs all the way down like one unit. And then find your way into a seat. Just an easy seat. To gather the energy at Vishuddha Chakra, this little hollow space here, we're going to apply Jalandhar Bandha, chin lock, but we'll also be activating Mula Bandha, the lower body lock, Uddiyana Bandha at the same time. But how we specifically gather here is we're going to exhale all the air out of the body, like huge open mouth exhale. Imagine you're a fire breathing dragon, and right? And at the bottom of that exhale, you lock your chin, lift all the bandhas, hollow out your belly, and you'll feel that gathering there. When it's time to breathe, you lift your chin and you breathe in. So if you hold it for like a split second, that could be enough. If you hold it for 5 seconds, that might be good too. I'll let you decide. We're going to just do it one time. Find your seat. Take a breath in through the nose. Big exhale through the mouth. At the bottom of the exhale, lock your chin, apply the bandha. When you're ready to breathe, you lift your chin and inhale. All right, last pose for Vishuddha is fish pose. If you have a top knot or high pony, you might want to move it down a bit because our last 2 postures of class, there will be pressure on the crown of the head. Come to lay down. Zipping the legs toward one another, this time pointing the toes. Walk your palms beneath you, facing down, beneath your glutes like we did for leg lifts. Inhale, press into your forearms, lift your heart, and then let your head drop back, and then bring the crown of the head down. If the crown of the head is not touching the floor, please bring a pillow or a block to support you so you don't strain the neck. And you can breathe into the throat area. To come out of this posture, tuck your chin all the way first. Slowly roll down, releasing the palms from beneath you. Gather your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug. Rock a little side to side. Good. Cross at your ankles. Rock up, planting your palms, step to plank. Bring your knees down as wide as the mat, big toes together to touch. Sit your hips toward your heels. Reach your fingers forward. Balasana, child's pose. Rub the forehead side to side. Walk your palms toward you and slowly roll up to sit on your heels. You can bring the knees toward one another and your palms can rest on your lap facing up. Okay, we've made it to our final pose in the journey, Lady Niguma's yoga. Crown chakra has one posture. And we apply pressure at the crown of the head. For some, that could look like a headstand. I'm going to demonstrate the supportive variation, rabbit pose. So you bring the crown of your head a few inches in front of your knees, top of the head down. And you can bring your hands down, or you can hold your heels and then straighten the arms, hollow out at your belly, and you'll feel this sensation of pressure at the crown of the head. You might even walk your forehead a little closer to your knees. So as long as you feel that pressure on the crown of the head, then you're doing the pose, and you can stay for 10 rounds of breathing. So what's happening now is we've unraveled those knots. We push the prana into Sushumna Nadi. So imagine like you're free of the chakras, no longer there. So that fiery light of the central channel. Now this blissful feeling like a egg being gently cracked on top of your head, filling the rest of your body, this vessel with this sky blue light, dissolving the muscles, bones, the skin boundary, and seeing this stunning sky blue. Slowly make your way out of the posture, whether you're in an inversion or a rabbit, and come into a relaxed, restorative child's pose called seed pose, with your knees together, arms wrapped alongside the body, palms up, forehead touches the mat. Very slowly roll up and then bring one hip down. Finding a resting pose in Shavasana, take up space, eyes are closed. Taking this time now to integrate all of the incredible, joyful effort you've applied into your practice. Give yourself a little mental pat on the back for your efforts. Rejoice. Tasting the bliss of living in our Sushumna Nadi. We got a little glimmer of what that could be like. And it's possible for that prana to remain there. The best way to create the conditions for that to happen is to dedicate any pleasurable sensation you're experiencing right now, any goodness that you've gathered, and make an offering. Give it away, this ultimate gift. And now start to draw your awareness back into the room that you're practicing in. Bring the awareness back into this physical body resting here, relaxed, held and supported by the earth and props beneath you. Deepening the breath and inviting movement into your fingers. Wiggle them and your toes. Let your head gently drop from side to side. Preparing to emerge, you can circle at your ankles and wrists. eventually stretch the arms alongside the ears, reach back through the fingers, reach forward through the toes, lengthen the body, lengthen and then exhale, relax. Bending one knee at a time, soles of the feet touch the floor, and then you can roll over onto one side in a fetal position. Whenever you're ready to do so, press into your top hand to rise up to a seat. Taking a couple more restful breaths together. And once you're seated, you can bring your hands together at your heart, let your chin drop forward, and we'll close the practice with one Om. Inhale. Thanking all of you for practicing with me. Awesome work. That was super fun. I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, Connie, you're here. So nice to see your face.
Thank you so much, Chrissy. That was a lot of fun. That was great.
Oh,
I didn't
awesome.
get to do an earlier practice today, so this was great.
Yeah, we got like a lot of movement in. But I want to thank everyone. Hi, Shalonda. Good to see your face too. Hey, everyone. So thank you so much for joining us today at Yoga Studies Institute. If you like this kind of practice, this is where we teach these deep truths of yoga that have been passed down for generations. So if you want to learn more about Lady Niguma or her yoga in general, then you can find a YSI distributor who offers these courses and all the classes in your language. And we have these Lady Niguma for the World classes every second Wednesday and fourth Saturdays of the month. So we do have just a couple of minutes left. If you want to hang out, ask any questions, share a snack or tea together, I'm happy to stick around and chat. Hey, Nancy, good to see you too. Hi. Oh, thanks, everyone. So yeah, take care of yourself. Drink lots of water. And
Christy, can I
hi.
ask you a question? Hi, Christy.
Yeah.
Yeah. This pose, the leg pointing